High on Life was a pleasant surprise last year. It came out at a perfect time when I was winding down for Christmas, and it was a funny adventure that didn't take itself too seriously and was a very digestible game. Now in 2023, the kind of horror themed High on Knife DLC is here, focusing on a fan favourite knifey, a murderous Australian knife that gave some of the best dialogue in the original game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just the same shit every time. Stab this, knife that. You know, I think I'm depressed.
This DLC has a whole new story, a unique weapon to use, and a brand new area to explore. But is it worth buying? Well, that's what I'm here to answer. As a comedy game, the main thing to ask yourself is, do you like this brand of comedy? Just like the base game, if you don't like the Rick and Morty style, then you won't like this game. While I think it's a pretty competent first-person shooter, the main appeal of High on Life is the writing. If you like sarcastic comedy with rambling characters and some wacky scenarios, like a town filled with sick slugs because they're all addicted to salt, then you're in the right place.
You seem really sick. Are you sure you're okay? I feel like you're probably dying.
Oh, you think I'm sick? What? Because of all the coughing and dry heaving and the sharp unbearable stomach pain and the blood in my piss? Well, let me tell you. I'm fine. I'm not sick at all. And if I was, I'd just eat more salt. Us slugs love salt. We eat it every day so we don't get any more sick. It's our foolproof slug plan.
I love the annoying writing in the base game, and it's no different here. I stopped at every NPC to hear them rambling on about something that almost always made me chuckle, and if not, at least made me grin. Where other games entice you to listen to dialogue with interesting characters or world building, High on Life and the DLC offer some stupid fun interactions that stand out because of the comedy. The DLC itself takes place after the main game. Knifey wants to go back to his home planet, and to do so he has to find a package that was destined for there. So off you set on an adventure to find a shipping company that has the package. Traversal is the same fare of jetpacking, grappling and jumping around, and I enjoyed how they utilised all the different elements introduced in the base game. There is a new weapon introduced called the Ball that is hands down my favourite weapon in the game. It launches a metal ball that you can rebound if you shoot just as it comes back to you, and it felt so good to use. And on top of that, the final shot explodes on impact. It's extremely powerful and it's a great addition to the gameplay. Where it kind of fails though is the lack of a voice. On the gun are these blue aliens that speak in gibberish, so I barely had the gun out when interacting with NPCs because I preferred to listen to other guns react to them. There is a distinct horror theme to this DLC, and when it happened, I loved it, but they didn't lean into it at all. It took me about 3 or 4 hours to beat this, and for about 15 minutes I was scared. The lights shut off, there were spooky noises all around me, and it would have given this DLC a unique feel. But then I returned to the first person platforming game that, yeah, I liked, but I felt robbed of what could have been an amazing experience. The base game had some fourth wall breaking moments, and I was waiting for some fourth wall breaking scares, and when the game moved away from the scary atmosphere, I was left a bit disappointed. Now, we have to address the elephant in the room, and that is Justin Roiland. Due to recent allegations, he left Squanch Games and is no longer a part of this game. So much so that they had to write his character, Kenny, the main gun from the base game, out of the DLC. His replacement is Harper, another Gatlian, and I found her to be quite boring. Dialogue changes depending on what gun you have out, and it's probably the best part of the game, but I never had Harper out because I found the other guns to be way funnier than her.
Alright, we're back. We killed another evil alien guy. And it was actually kind of cool. This dude was like giant.
Jeez, what took you so long? That was supposed to be an easy one.
No, it was easy. It took like 15 minutes. We just stopped for burgers after and the line was really long. Aside from that, everything went smoothly.
While I enjoyed this DLC, I think it missed the mark on a few things. Removing Kenny from the game is totally understandable, but his replacement wasn't very interesting. The new weapon is great to use, but pales in the dialogue department compared to the cast of hilarious weapons in the base game. And the few minutes of horror were great, but I wish it leaned into it more. Don't get me wrong, I had fun. The slugs in particular were funny, and I enjoyed dipping back into this unique game again. But all I can say is that I liked the High on Life DLC and nothing more. It's not a must-play DLC, but if you're craving some more High on Life, then it is a fun time. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate your time, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video.